Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I am Dr. Shahana and we are studying the pharmacy practice. Our topic is the oncology or the cancer. Today we will learn about the chemotherapeutic drugs. We have discussed the modalities of the treatment for the cancer. For that, most commonly we have three options. Number one is surgery, and second one is radiotherapy, and third one is the chemotherapy. About 1/3 of the patients undergoing the surgery can be cured and the tumor is effectively controlled, but the condition is that the tumor has not metastasized. Then surgery and radiotherapy can work. However, if the tumor is metastasized, then the option will be the chemotherapy. And it is about those patients which are undergoing the chemotherapy, the cure rate is about 15 to 20%. These are the examples in which the chemotherapy can be curative, especially in children. These are acute leukemias, Wilms tumors, Ewing sarcomas, choriocarcinoma, Hodgkin disease, lymphosarcoma, Burkitt's lymphoma, testicular teratomas, and seminomas. Now, the assignment or the work task for today's lecture is that all of the students of the final year should check these terminologies I will ask in the physical class. ये क्या क्या होते हैं? You will tell me. आपकी पैथो हो चुकी है. You have gone through the pathology group course. So you must know these terminologies. If you don't know, then just download any mobile application of the pathology or medical dictionary and then take out what it's mean. Certain insight I have given you regarding the terminology in previous lecture, like sarcoma. What is sarcoma? What is lymphoma? You must know. These are those cancer in which the chemotherapy can have only palliative effect, and most of the time the cure rate is also very less. These are the breast cancer, ovarian cancer, endometrial cancer, prostatic cancer, chronic lymphatic leukemias, chronic myeloid leukemia, head and neck cancer, and lung, that is the small cell cancer. Furthermore, there are certain cancer in which the chemotherapy is less sensitive. These cancers are colorectal cancer, carcinoma of the stomach, carcinoma of the esophagus, carcinoma of the renal, carcinoma of the liver, and the bronchogenic, which is the non-small cell carcinoma, and malignant melanoma in sarcoma. What is the main reason? The main reason is that basically chemotherapy is effective in those cancer in which there is a rapid production and there is a rapid growth of the organ. Normally जहाँ पे growth होती है वो वाले cancers में जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा effective है, जहाँ पे cell cycles हो रही हैं और बहुत ही rapidly जो है वो normally एक organ में normal growth के लिए एक normal growth के लिए production होती है cells की. However, normally stomach में इतना वेयर एंड टेयर नहीं होता कि नॉर्मली वहां पे ग्रोथ रेट हो. तो जो कैंसर ट्यूमर है वहां पे जो अप्रोच है उसकी जहां पे एक्सेस है कीमोथेरेप्यूटिक ड्रग्स की वो बहुत कम है, जिसकी वजह से हाउएवर इट इज अ कैंसर, उसमें कैंसर के अंदर तो ग्रोथ है लेकिन उसकी सराउंडिंग एरिया के अंदर वो ग्रोथ नहीं है, वो पेनिट्रेशन नहीं है ड्रग्स की, जो कि एक उस एरिया में है जहाँ पे नॉर्मली ज्यादा ब्लड सप्लाई है और ज्यादा ग्रोथ रेट है, जस्ट लाइक दी in the previous examples. What are the guiding principles regarding the cancer chemotherapy? These are that we have to achieve a cure when we must kill a cell in a total cell kill phase, and there should be early diagnosis and early institution of the treatment. Combination of chemotherapy should be considered, and along with the repetition of these regimens, usually after 21 days, normally chemotherapeutic regimens is repeated unless and until the cancer is regressed. it is also followed by the adjuvant and neoadjuvant chemotherapy occasionally. What is the aim of total cell kill of the cancer? And the aim is to destroy all malignant cells, and not a single cell should be present in a person. And this approach ensures us the early recovery, and it ensures for the prevention of the relapse, and also it prolongs the survival of the patient. So the target is to kill the total cell. Malignant जितने भी cells हैं उनको पूरा completely हमने खत्म करना है, एक भी cell नहीं छोड़ना. Why? These cancer cells have a tendency to transmit from one area to another area. हम ये डिस्कस कर चुके हैं कि इनके अंदर कुछ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक हैं कि they have the characteristic just like microorganism. एक सेल से मल्टीपल सेल ग्रो हो रहे हैं, ठीक है, मल्टीप्लाई हो रहे हैं, अनकंट्रोल हो रहे हैं. तो अगर एक सेल भी दोबारा रह गया तो वो अगेन जो है वो कैंसर में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. तो इनके अंदर जो एबिलिटी है वो हमें कंट्रोल इस तरह करनी है कि बिल्कुल खत्म कर दें. This graph shows the effect of various chemotherapeutic agent or timing of the chemotherapeutic regimen with respect on the cancer cell burden. Now you can see that this first line is showing the starting of the cancer, in which there is a log multiplication of the cell which reaches up to the condition where it can be detected, which is the 1 gram mass. At this point, if first point at 10 raised to power 6 showing the mass of 1 mg, at this stage, if it is diagnosed, the cure rate is very high. However, if normally it is not diagnosed at this stage, which is a very early stage, it is converted into 1 gram mass after quick and rapid multiplication, and within a short period of time, it gets converted from 1 mg to the 1 gram. At this stage, it is now easily detected. It's like a small grapes की तरह, अंगूर की तरह इसका size है. At this point, it needs surgery to reduce its size. जब हम इसका size reduce करेंगे, it will be lower than 1 mg. इतना reduce कर दिया सर्जरी से कि 1 mg से उसकी मास reduce हो गया, तब भी इसका cure rate जो है वो high है. However, if surgery is done after the further increase of the mass, and this mass goes up to the 1 kg. You can see in the picture that during the transition or transformation of the cancer from 1 gram to the 1 kg, the death rate will be very high. जितना मास उसका बढ़ता चले जाएगा तो बॉडी के अंदर जो है वो एक जहर जो है वो पैदा हो रहा है. इट नीड टू बी रिड्यूस, और सबसे आसान तरीका ये है कि सर्जरी करके उसके मास को पहले रिड्यूस करें एंड देन रेडिएट करें एंड देन कीमोथेरेपी कर दें. At this level, if in between the 1 gram and 1 kg, again a surgery is performed, and there is a chance that it should be controlled by using of the treatment of the anti-cancer drugs, which has the target to either damage the DNA cell of the cancerous cells, or either inhibit the synthesis of new abnormal DNA, or it may be capable of stop the mitosis, M phase, and after that it will be helpful for the curation of the cancer. Usually the approach for the curative type of chemotherapy is that the combination of drug therapy will be started, and there will be the chance of the drug resistance. While there is a chance of the drug resistance, just like a microorganism, these cells have an ability to modify themselves to the chemotherapy, and they have certain mechanisms. Either they undergo the de novo resistance. What is de novo resistance? You must know. De novo resistance is that the cancer cells are genetically capable of irresponsive of the chemotherapeutic drug. यानी टेंडेंसी उसमें जेनेटिकली है कि कोई पर्टिकुलर कीमोथेरेप्यूटिक ड्रग से वो अफेक्टेड नहीं होंगे. It is the de novo resistance, and this is basically due to the fact that the drugs are unable to reach their target site, and there may be a changing in the permeability of the barriers like blood-brain barriers and etc. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि बॉडी के जो भी कैंसर जहां पर है वहां तक ड्रग जो है वो एक्सेस नहीं करती, एंड दिस इज बेसिकली ऑफ जेनेटिक ओरिजिन. और क्या मैकेनिज्म होते हैं हमारे पास? वी हैव द एक्वायर्ड रेजिस्टेंस जस्ट लाइक माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स, एंड इट इज बेसिकली रिजल्ट ड्यू टू द म्यूटेशन ऑफ द जीनोम ऑफ द एब्डोमिनल कैंसर सेल्स. कैंसर सेल एबिलिटी, क्योंकि उनके तो म्यूटेशन हुई है, मल्टीपल म्यूटेशन है, तो उनका कोई एग्जैक्ट जो है वो डीएनए पैटर्न नहीं है, और वो जो म्यूटेटेड डीएनए मेथड म्यूटेटेड डीएनए है, दे फर्दर मॉडिफाइड इन देमसेल्फ, दे इंड्यूस और डिलीट द सर्टेन एंजाइम्स इन्वॉल्व आइदर इन द एक्टिवेशन ऑफ द ड्रग और आइदर दे आर कॉजिंग द इनएक्टिवेशन ऑफ द ड्रग. या तो वो एंजाइम्स इनहिबिट कर देंगे जो कि ड्रग को एक्टिवेट करते हैं, या डायरेक्टली ड्रग को एक्टिवेट करते हैं. व्हाट एवर द मैकेनिज्म, they are reducing the effect. For that purpose, we are using combination drug therapy. There may be a multi-drug resistance in which there is a problem in a transportation of the drug through the neoplastic cells, and mainly there will be a problem in the P-glycoprotein transportation, जिसकी वजह से multi-drug resistance भी हो सकता है. If we talk about the curative chemotherapy, the cancer may be a solid tumor or it may be a decimated cancer just like leukemia, which is very difficult to manage. However, both types can be cured, and if the mass is increased and if the surgery is done, it mainly increase the survival of the patient. And at this level, if the mass is above the 1 gram, usually patient either may be symptomatic or asymptomatic. Usually the end result is the death of the person. For the palliative chemotherapy, there is initial remissions and symptoms are again occur due to between the treatments. यानी treatment की वजह से जो tumor burden है वो reduce हुआ, then it will again up, then reduce हुआ, then will again up, and finally it will be beyond the mass of the 1 kg per person, lead to the death of the person. For that reason, early diagnosis and screening is very mandatory, and it is a part of counseling that you should counsel the person कि अगर कोई चीज हो रही है तो उसको अवॉइड ना करें. And one more important thing is that the regimens are intermittent. What is intermittent? Intermittent means we allow the patient or the low risk patient to take breaks between the treatment, and there may be a full dose therapy, and after that a period of drug free period should be given to a patient, and this basically allows the time that for the damaged normal cells to recover, and it also pulse the therapy. Due to this, we can employ the highest tolerated dose within a short administration period. यानी हम क्या करते हैं कि हमने क्या किया, पहले एक ही दफा बहुत ही हाई डोज दे दी ताकि कैंसर सेल एक दफा ही मर जाए, एंड देयर इज अ चांस कि वो दूसरी चीजों को डैमेज बहुत ज्यादा कर सके. लेकिन प्रिंसिपल ये है कि उस वक्त जब वो एब्जॉर्ब करेंगे तो कैंसर सेल ज्यादा उनको एब्जॉर्ब कर लेंगे, तो वो जितनी ज्यादा डोज बट ज्यादा होगी उतना ही ज्यादा जो है वो इफेक्ट नजर आएगा. तो बेस्ड ऑन दिस प्रिंसिपल, ड्यूरेशन ऑफ एक्सपोजर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड टोटल जो कांस्टेंट है उसमें ड्यूरेशन ऑफ द एक्सपोजर रिगार्डिंग दी ऑन्कोलॉजी की अगर हम बात करें तो उसमें कंसंट्रेशन एंड ड्यूरेशन ऑफ एक्सपोजर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. हम क्या कर रहे हैं, ड्यूरेशन हम शॉर्ट कर रहे हैं 3 days 5 days, एंड जो ड्रग कंसंट्रेशन है उसको बढ़ा रहे हैं. थेरेपी जो है वो सेम रहेगी, लेकिन उसकी वजह से क्या होगा कि होस्ट सेल को वो जो हाई डोज है वो उतनी ही मिलेगी नॉर्मल सेल्स को, और जो हायर डोज है वो वहां जाके एक्यूमुलेट हो जाएगी कैंसर में. As we have discussed that chemotherapy usually also given along with the surgery or radiation. After the radiation, because of this, it destroys the micrometastasis, जो कि हम बिल्कुल सर्जरी के दौरान पता नहीं चल रहा, and the physician and doctor suppose that there is an complete eradication of the cancer. However, it is confirmed by the further use of adjuvant chemotherapy These chemotherapy can also be given before surgery, and if it is given before surgery, it is called as neoadjuvant chemotherapy, and it is basically to diminish the volume of the large primary neoplasm. अगर बहुत बड़ा neoplasm है तो उसके साइज को रिड्यूस करने के लिए, कुछ श्रिंक करने के लिए पहले सर्जरी से पहले भी जो है वो कीमोथेरेपी दे सकते हैं.